Hey guys, my name is Aldas, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Rich Energy and Haas in Formula 1. Now, in just over a week, this story has just exploded in the world of Formula 1 with ridiculous tweets, crazy decisions by some people, and of course the termination of William Storey and Rich Energy. Now, in this video, I'm going to take a look back at everything from the past week and actually a little bit beyond as well, and just sort of summarize what has actually been going on, what has been said, and what has been the outcome of this ridiculous story. Now, anyway, guys, if you do enjoy the content on this channel and want to support the channel, don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and check out my social medias. Instagram and Twitter will be above. But anyway, guys, let's get into it. So guys, I'm pretty sure most of us know that Rich Energy were partnered up with Haas for 2019 as their title sponsor. Now, we definitely had a lot of questions about Rich Energy, definitely especially last year when I tried to buy what was at the time Force India, and I actually made a video a little bit earlier in the year just sort of exploring Rich Energy and talking about the company, its money, and what really is the company about and does it exist, its products. So go check that out. I made it a little bit earlier, so I'll link that above. But obviously today we are going to be talking about this entire ridiculous contract situation that has just erupted in the past week. Now, it really begins all the way at the start of the year in testing. I mean, Rich Energy coming into Formula 1, we definitely had not a lot of information about this company. We kind of thought it was a shady company, as I think most of us did. But nonetheless, they did end up being Haas F1's title sponsor, with a very controversial owner, that's for sure, with William Storey. Now, it was a really strange product and brand, Rich Energy, of course, the energy drink, the product that doesn't exist. And I mean, their marketing campaign and some of their antics on Twitter, especially during testing, was just laughable. I mean, it was a bit of a joke, really, them sending out tweets saying that they're hashtag better than Red Bull when Haas finished above Red Bull in testing, even though we know that testing doesn't really mean anything. And we sort of thought it was a bit of a joke and everything like that. But even Red Bull didn't really care at the time. There was no banter on Twitter. They didn't even respond. And this is Red Bull, who, to be honest, do get involved in a bit of Twitter banter. So that was already a bit of an interesting point there, where the rest of the teams don't even want to respond to Rich Energy. Now, just as shady as their past, it only took them pretty much a few races to be embroiled in a lawsuit. I mean, you could not have scripted this any better, with Rich Energy being a shady company, us not being sure about it. As Formula 1 fans, we all had some reservations over this just mysterious company that didn't even exist, and their products didn't even exist, with people just laughing at it. And like I said, it only took them a few races to be embroiled in a lawsuit. Now, it was a lawsuit over copyright infringement with regards to their stag logo claimed by white bikes. Now, of course, on the screen I will have the two logos side by side, and I mean, quite frankly, it does not take a genius to understand why Rich Energy did lose this lawsuit in May. Now, the judge, Melissa Clark, found that William Storey was not only an unreliable witness, but he had also lied to the court and had directly and knowingly copied the white bike's logo. Now, Rich Energy and Haas were subsequently told to remove the stag logo from any products, websites, or marketing. And this was seen at the Canadian Grand Prix, as the Haas livery was altered to not have the stag logo on it. But as of recording of this video on the 17th of July, the logo does still remain on the Rich Energy and Haas F1's team websites. As well, Rich Energy was also told to pay white bikes £35,416 by the 11th of July 2019, and that they would have to reveal their finances regarding the sales and any investments. Now, the revealing of their finances still has not happened, and the way the company's turned out, we still have to wait and see how that entire process pans out, because I think it's something that we're all very interested in. But I've got to say, I don't think it came as a surprise to any of us when they failed to pay white bikes by the deadline, and thus this began the Rich Energy and Haas Formula 1 team Twitter saga. So on the 10th of July, just one day before the white bikes deadline, which by the way is not a coincidence, Rich Energy had announced that it would terminate the contract with Haas F1, citing poor performance and the PC attitude in Formula 1. Now, this despite the fact that in the previous race in Austria, Kevin Magnussen managed to qualify in 4th place, yes, despite having a poor race in the end. Now, Haas quickly responded with a statement saying that Rich Energy is still their title sponsor before the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, and quite frankly, this was very obvious, because it does not take a genius to realise that you cannot terminate a contract over Twitter. However, there would be plenty more twists in the Rich Energy saga. The next day, on the 11th of July, William Storey sent out a tweet saying that there is a, quote, coup against him to oust him from Rich Energy. Now, he believed that minority shareholders were, quote, cozy with Red Bull and white bikes, but they had failed, and he, William Storey, CEO of Rich Energy, still controlled all of the assets and had full support from the key shareholders. Now, this tweet gave a clear indication that what started as a lost court case regarding their copyrighted logo had now spiraled into a full-blown power struggle inside Rich Energy, with Haas caught in the crossfire. Now, whilst Haas were actually tight-lipped on the Rich Energy situation to the media, behind closed doors their lawyer Jeremy Courtenay-Stamp, on behalf of the team, had already contacted Rich Energy. Now, this was seen by a picture of an email sent to Rich Energy on Twitter from, of course, the Rich Energy Twitter account. Now, the really bizarre thing for me here is that although a leaking of an email like this would almost certainly be breaching data protection regulations, you can't just leak a private email from a company online. No word has actually yet been said about this. But anyway, regardless of any data protection laws that may have been broken, to summarize the letter, Haas F1 had concerns over the viability of Rich Energy following the court case, and that with this situation now coming to light, they wouldn't accept talking to Rich Energy unless there was formal evidence of William Storey being removed as director and CEO of Rich Energy. So now, going into the British Grand Prix weekend, Haas, who had arrived with their car, still obviously branded in Rich Energy livery, this would be a tough weekend, with Romain Grosjean first crashing out in practice in the pit lane, and then both drivers colliding on the opening lap of the race, causing the team to have a double DNF, just compounding this ridiculous situation with a really bad weekend for the team on track as well. Now, by now, the Rich Energy Twitter account had descended into an embarrassment. First, they sent out a tweet trying to ridicule Haas for still branding the Rich Energy Haas livery, despite the fact that, once again, a stroppy tweet doesn't just automatically cancel title partnership contracts. And during race day, Rich Energy again tried to mock their own partner in F1 by tweeting a meme on their Twitter account making fun of Haas with the hashtag MilkFloat. Now, to me, this was now beyond a joke, because whether or not you want to cancel a business deal and the way you do it and the way you go about it, it's all your choice, but it's just beyond disrespectful to be laughing at your own business partners who have had a really bad race and are driving cars branded with your company's name that you've allegedly spent years building up. To me, this just shows that William Storey has zero integrity, and, mocking your own partner, it just shows that he has no morals and just no self-respect. But anyway, leaving Silverstone, the story definitely was not over, because following on from the Silverstone Grand Prix, the story took yet another twist, as another letter, which again seemingly breaks multiple data protection laws, was leaked on the Rich Energy Twitter. Now, this letter, in summary, said that there was no legal basis for their sponsorship agreement to be terminated. And to be honest, a 5-year-old at this point could have already guessed that. And also, the first date at which the agreement could have been terminated was actually the 1st of December 2020. Now, Haas, due to the fact that there was no actual breach of contract, and by way of damages from Rich Energy, would now be owed a grand total of £35 million for the years from 2019 till 2021, for the duration of the contract. And to be honest, all I can really tell Haas is good luck trying to get that £35 million from a company that's probably worth less than £35. So yeah, good luck with that one, guys. And best of all, actually, once again, the Rich Energy Twitter account tried to spin this in a way that showed that they were a victim. Although, once again, just reading the email, which literally disproves William Storey's contract termination, will show you just how deluded Rich Energy are. Now, William Storey did try to throw one last punch at Haas in a further tweet, again using the first email as evidence. He says that by trying to have him removed, it proves breach of contract to end the agreement. But the problem with that is the first email, which he uses as evidence, was sent after his first tweet about ending the contract in the first place. So that just proves that he was clutching at straws by now, and never in the first place had any legal basis to end any partnership agreement. And finally, we arrive at the end when on the 16th of July 2019, Rich Energy and William Storey posted a final tweet saying that William Storey had sold his majority stake in Rich Energy and had left as he was disgusted by the actions of minority shareholders. Now Rich Energy has formally been renamed to Lightning Volt, and officially on Company House, documents show that William Storey has been replaced as director by Matthew Kell. Now, as for the legality of the new name and what the face of the company is going to look like in the future, we don't know, and what this means for Haas is also highly unclear. Now, to be honest, from my point of view, regarding Rich Energy or Lightning Volt as they are now, I kind of want to just move on and completely just forget about this energy drinks company, because to me the bigger effect is what it's done to Formula One, or what impact it's had on Formula One in the past week and a bit, and especially on the Haas Formula One team, because, you know, this is the sport I love, Formula One, and to see it being embroiled in this ridiculous story with Rich Energy, it should never have happened in the first place, and a big portion of the blame has to be laid on Haas. They do not go completely scot-free and blameless in this situation, because they should not have allowed Rich Energy into Formula One in the first place, and they clearly did not do their due diligence, which really does worry me. But in terms of the wider picture and of the team, I mean, the timing of all of this, and with the way the team is performing and struggling, especially on race pace, yeah, this is just the worst time for Haas at the moment in Formula One. What's going to happen to them in the future? What are they going to look like in Germany? I honestly could not tell you. I don't know if they're still sponsored by Rich Energy. I don't know if the contract is formally terminated. Maybe they're sponsored by Lightning Volt now. I could not tell you. But this story is definitely going to be one that is going to rumble on and be an evolving story. And I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in Germany with the Haas Formula One team. But anyway, guys, there you go. That is my video on the Rich Energy and Haas F1 saga. Now, guys, if you did enjoy this content and want to see more, then don't forget to drop a like and smash the subscribe button. And the thing I want to know from you guys, comment in the box below, what did you think of this entire situation? Not just over the past week, but just of the company in general, and how it's basically affected Formula One and the Haas Formula One team. Comment in the box below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.